People, get yourself right. YouTube is not the place to learn about about stocks, about trading, about investment. I watch YouTube if I want to hear what's going on. There are people who have plays that they share with others. I like to listen to these people who may have an idea on the next play. And so when someone posts a video on the next play, for example, finger, I listen, I watch, I observe, and based on how that stock is moving, I choose, I decide in the end whether or not it's the right play for me. But just like GME, just like AMC, just like Dogecoin that crashed, finger is the next best thing to these three stocks that crashed. And when I say the next best thing, I'm being sarcastic. I'm being like these other people who are selling this nonsense when it comes to a MOAS or a squeeze on finger. It's the same nonsense, different stock. It's the same, people. When a man owns a home, he doesn't shout out to his neighbors, I'm leaving for a month. I'm leaving for a month. There's nobody in my apartment. There's no one in my house. And no one will be there for the next 30 days. You know why they don't do that? Because they don't want to tell the thieves what they're doing. They don't want to share their personal information with thieves so that the thief can come in and rob him when he's not in the house. The problem with YouTubers is that they go on YouTube and they shout to market makers what their next play is. And they think that market makers don't watch you. They think that market makers are not involved in YouTube. They don't have people infiltrating YouTube to watch people like the GME pumpers who jumped into GME and caused it to spike, who jumped into Dogecoin and AMC. They think that going on YouTube and saying, hey people, the next play is finger. They think that they're not doing what the idiot who's leaving his home for a month unattended, who is then shouting out, everybody, I'm not going to be at home. I'm not going to be at home for the next 30 days. Look at me, look at me. I'm not going to be at home. Come and rob me. That is what these people on YouTube are doing when they prepare for the next squeeze. They go on YouTube and they scream and shout to the market makers, the one percenters, the hedgies, what they're about to do. And they think that the only people watching are everyday idiots who don't know what they're doing, who don't know who they're listening to. They think that there aren't people out there who are real investors, who are real hedge funds, who are real market makers. They think that they're not watching you on YouTube. Prepare for the next play, for the next squeeze, to try to squeeze them out of their funds. And when they protect themselves like any human being would, because if I were rich, just like you people are trying to become rich, right? And if you become rich, that'll put you in the same category as the one percenters. You're gonna be a one percenter. What makes you think you're gonna allow some idiot on YouTube to come in and take your money? And you're not going to protect it, defend it, and do whatever you can to keep it. It's funny how these idiots on YouTube think that anybody is going to allow you to take their money. Because I'm not rich, but I'll be damned if I allow any motherfucker to come in and try to steal from me. Let alone if I were rich. Because if I were rich, I'd protect my money even harder. So why are you people so surprised that hedge funds and market makers are trying to protect their money? Why would you think that they wouldn't do this? Why would you think that they would make this easy for you? Why would you think that they would allow you to steal from them and they not fight back? And then when they do fight back, you call it manipulation, you call it 1%ers preventing us from becoming wealthy. Bro, grow the fuck up. The things that you say make no sense. It's idiotic. You're getting this information and this opinion and advice from a man who has a 6th grade education. Get your money, people, and grow the fuck up. Get educated. Get your GED, like I did. Maybe you'll be just as smart.